guys, if you what did I just say? All right, you guys, if you just came from part 2 of my solo travel, hold on, my bra wanna fly down. In this video, if you are coming from my last video, part 2 on the solo travel experience and the pros and the cons, in this video we're gonna be talking about how did I solo travel, how did I go about it, all that jazz, how did I have the money for it, how much did it cost, you know, we're gonna break it all the way down for you guys. If you wanna know about that, because maybe you're about to go on your solo trip and you nervous or you trying to plan one, you don't know what to do. This was my first one, so I'm gonna tell you how I did it. If you didn't watch my previous video though about the pros and the cons to even know why you should do it, because I need you to watch that first. The reason is because I want you to have that motivation, so when you get to this point, you're excited. You know, you're like, you know what, okay, well, she has so many pros about this experience. Even if you get fearful when you're doing this, you're gonna think about that and you're like, you know what, this is gonna be good for me. So watch that first, go ahead. But if you didn't, you know, see the first part too, that one I talked about my experience and what I did and why I did it. Check that one out. But on this one, let's get straight into it. So this is gonna be, how did I plan my trip? Let's get started. So the first thing was money. The first thing you need to do before you do a solo trip is figure out how much you have to spend, and that's called your budget. The reason why you want to do this first, so budget, I don't know why I'm talking like this, excuse my accent, but the reason why you want to have a budget first is because this is going to allow you to know where you can go. If you know you do not have more than $1,000, why are you looking at Hawaii and the ticket to Hawaii is already $900? Where are you gonna sleep at, on the floor? Unless you know somebody there, you need to know your budget. So the first thing I did was I budgeted out how much money I had to spend on this trip. So the first thing was I was actually supposed to take this trip back in July. I kept putting it off. Last year I was supposed to went, didn't go. The year before that, just kept putting it off. But when I decided I actually was gonna go, when I was working at my last job, right now I'm gonna leave, it's another story, I started to save up for it. I specifically put money aside just for this trip. I had my savings, I had my emergencies, but specifically for this trip, it's been my whole life. I've never took a trip before, and I felt like I wanted to invest in this part of me. You know, I'm always giving people money, I'm always helping other people out. Why not invest in myself, you know? And I didn't want to feel bad about it. So this was a don't feel bad, put up to the side trip money, you know what I'm saying? And it could have been with my girls. I didn't initially think it was potentially going to be solo. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I didn't really know. I just knew I was going to save up. So how much did I save up for this trip? $1,200 for my budget. Now it was easy. I'm not going to lie. It was really easy for me to save this because it just was. I'm amazing at saving. If you want to know how to save $10,000 in 5 months, seriously, let me know, because I can tell you how to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at saving. I've always been good. I'm kind of frugal, so I don't need much. So if you want to know about that, like this video and I'll teach you how to save. You know what I'm saying? I got you. So my budget was $1,200. Now, I'm not saying this is my specific budget. I'm just giving y'all a general view. It might be less, it might be more. I don't want you to know about how much money I be making or not. But just know this. Let's just say my budget was $200. Now the next thing I did was I looked into see how much was the flights. When would be the cheapest time to go? So what I like to do, and Google, if you want to sponsor me, go ahead since I'm already on your platform. I use Google Flights. This shows you the dates and the prices of the flights that you're going to be using. So let's say I want to go to Atlanta. I'm going to put in Google Flights Atlanta the dates that I want to. Well, I'm not even going to put the dates. I want to put a round trip in Atlanta from where I'm coming from to where I'm trying to go, of course. Then I'm going to look at the calendar. There's a calendar that comes up with that. And you're just going to look and see what the prices are. Some prices you have to go specific days. So to save money, that's how I did it. I picked the price based off of the days that it told me. Those were the days I decided to go. So for me, going going Thursday through Monday was cheaper than me going Friday through Sunday or going Monday through whatever day. So I specifically chose to go Thursday through that Monday because it was cheaper, and also because I wanted to have time to explore. And initially my friends were going to come, but that didn't happen. But I wanted to have a day to myself, so that's why if they were to come, they were going to come that Friday. I wanted that first day to myself, so I decided to come that Thursday. So now the first thing you have to do is deduct how much that flight was. Let's say your flight was $400. So now you have $800 left out of the $1,200 to work with. So we already spent $400, so now we have $800. Boom. That's the budget. Now you want to keep these solo trips within budget, mainly because yes, You know, it's great to be able to travel and just spend all this money, but this trip is really supposed to be for you to gain experience. And that could be with food, whatever it is to you. But you want to stay in budget as much as possible. So what I did was I said, okay, now where do I want to stay? Because now I have a flight. I know how much money I have, but I need to get there first. Now where I'm gonna stay when I get there. I started looking up Airbnbs. Now you could do an Airbnb, you could do a hotel. There's so many ways to get deals for hotels, Airbnbs, all that stuff. So look and do your research on that. I can't tell you exactly what to do because all I did was do Airbnb. Let's say you spend $300 on Airbnb, or let's say $400 on Airbnb. So let's say you spend $400. So now out of the $800, you have $400 left. So this is the trip. This is your budget for your trip. So once you get to that point, now you have a way there, you have somewhere to stay. That is the most important part. And guess what? That's all you need. However, you have to also think about unexpected costs. And what is that? Well, food, right? Because the thing is, for me, I knew I'm gonna spend, let's say I've spent $100 on food, because I'm gonna be there for 5 days. Let's say each day I spend $20. Maybe I go to the grocery store, get some things to have for breakfast. So that leaves me with $300 left. What if an emergency comes up? You want to have some money set aside for that just in case. So let's say I put $100 towards emergency. So now that leaves me with $200 left to do my excursions, or whatever you want to call it. Ooh, and that's if you work with my budget. You got more money for you, girl. You can spend however much you want doing the other stuff, or boy. So now I have $200 left. So now I have to look and see, what can I spend? What do I really want to do? So I picked 3 things that I really wanted to do. And I wasn't thinking too much of the price. I was just thinking, what experience do I want to have? Who do I want to meet? Things like that. One thing I really wanted to do was I wanted to go to my friend's event. So that one was only $30. So I said, okay, $30, that ain't nothing, you know, and I want to support. Am I going to be, even though I met this friend, I could be like, oh, can I get in for free? No. I hate when people have events, somebody throw something, or somebody put their time, their energy, their effort into something, or even myself, and somebody asking for freebies. I'm gonna need your support, baby. I'm gonna need your support. Anyway, that was one thing I really wanted to do. I was excited about meeting everybody. So that was one thing. So that's $30, right? Then another thing that I really wanted to do was this photo tour. The photo tour was only $30, but y'all oversell for it, so I ain't do it. I ain't gonna lie. But that would have been $30. And another thing I really wanted to do was try a new restaurant that I never been to, which I did get to do at the bar place that we went to. And that I was expecting to spend like maybe $20. So in total, that's $80, which leaves me with another $120, right? Keep in mind, I don't have a car, and I'm gonna be Ubering everywhere. So I thought to myself, you know what? I have to get to the event and back. So I figured out the addresses of all the places that I knew I was trying to go to for sure, and I figured out the price range that it will be. So for me, I knew it cost me $30 to get from the airport to my Airbnb. I knew that my friend would be taking me back to the airport when I left, so I didn't have to worry about that. But to get to the event, it was like $8 plus to get home. Let's say if I had to go back home, that's $16. Plus, if I went to a new restaurant, let's say that's another $16 round trip. And I also knew I went to go to the grocery store, which I calculated was another $10, right, round trip. So you add all this up, so you have 16 is 32 plus 10, so it's 42 plus 30, which is 72. So you add all that up, that's $72 out of the $120. So if I take out $72 out of $120, take 30, 28, 28, 20. So it's $48 left. Sorry, you guys, I add up stuff really fast, so just bear with me. But that's $48 that I have left over. So I can do whatever I want to do with that. This is how I budgeted out my solo trip. So now I have emergency money. I have money for my excursions. Your excursions might cost more or less than mine, depending on what you want to do. I have money for my Uber. I have money for my flight. I have money for where I'm staying. Now all I have to do is just go. Just pack my bags and go. What I ended up doing, you guys, actually, was I took $50 out of my emergency money, and I took that $50 and I spent $100 on outfits to wear on my trip because I really wanted to have some cute pictures, and I just really wanted to have some new clothes. I barely ever buy stuff for myself like that, so I was like, let me get some new clothes. Like, let me do that. So that's what I did. And if you want to see my lookbook, I'll post it on here, or you can go to my IG at Ashley Joyce and check that lookbook out. It's called a selfie lookbook because I told y'all in my last video I didn't have nobody take pictures of me, so I had to do all selfies. So that left me with $48 left. So I can do whatever I want to do with that. And I didn't spend that. I ended up spending a lot of that actually at the airport, but I didn't spend it when I was there. I spent it at the airport on food and like little, let me show you guys my keychain. It's so cute. Let me show you guys my keychain. Hey, let me stop. Here's my keychain. It says, I love Orlando. I love Orlando. Because I really did enjoy Orlando. I really did love it. I will definitely go back for sure. actually want to go back before the summer, maybe in the summer or before the summer, because it gets too hot. But anyway, we'll see. So yeah, that is how I budget out my solo trip. That is how I did it. So what you want to do, the websites that are going to be helpful for you is, the first thing is to research where you want to go. Research the area, look into safe zones, look into understanding what popular things are there. You know, for me, or Florida has Disney World. It's a family city. You know, friends that I knew from offline was there. And, you know, I felt like it would be a good spot for me. So you need to research what's going to be a good spot for you. It may not be Orlando. You might be like, I don't want to go there. Don't go there. Go where you want to go. Nobody told you to go there. I'm just saying, that's where I wanted to go. Then the next thing, I'm just being super silly, and I have hair to do in like an hour, and I need to cook, so I need to get this video, you know, done. But yeah, go where you want to go, you know. But do your research. Don't just be going anywhere. It's a lot of stuff going on. Safety. Let's talk about that. So safety. Know where you're going to be. That's the first thing. Always know your surroundings at all times. Like, don't just be going places without researching and knowing where you're going or who you're gonna be around. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? Like, why? Like, don't do that. Like, don't. Look up where I was going. I had to research, and I even asked my friend, like, hey, like, you know, how safe is this area? Like, what's about this area? You know, it's a little sketchy. I mean, I'm from Detroit. You know, I'm from the hood. You know, the hood. You know, like the hood, like straight gangster hood. Like, you wouldn't believe me, would you? But I am. But even then, it's me by myself out here. Like, I'm from the hood, but I got brothers, you know. Like, I'm not here without my brothers. Like, I'm gonna need to know, make sure I'm gonna be somewhere safe, very safe. And I was. So look up your surroundings, know where you are, know special things like, where is the police station, where is this? It's gonna do a quick little search, like a quick little Google search. I can't say Google search, and know that information. And then another thing I would say, other tips. Make sure that you let people know where you are. Give at least 3 people your location. Send them your location, your current location. Make sure it's indefinite. Send it to them on Snapchat, Instagram, wherever you gotta send it to, send it. I sent it to them from my phone, from my IG, from my Snapchat. They knew where I was at all times, just in case of an emergency. I gave them the numbers of people that I was gonna be with, or their social media handles, just in case of emergencies. So always make sure. I know solo, you wanna go by yourself. You don't want nobody to know where you at. So you wanna be like, you know what, this is me, boo. Like, I'm here by myself. I don't want nobody to know where I'm at. No, people need to know where you at. At least let one person know, but I definitely say at least 3 people. My minimum is 3. I let 10 people know, but if you want to, because I know a lot of people, and they was all checking up on me, like, where you at, what you doing? I have 12 siblings. Like, that off rip is a lot. You know, let people know where you are. And then I would say pack light, because I packed kind of heavy and I did not use 90% of what I bought. So, you know, just be open to, if you know you want to go somewhere and I can't talk, and explore and maybe get things and bring back. Make sure you have enough space in your bag to bring stuff back, because I sure enough would not have, you know. So pack kind of like how you feel you're gonna be. Like, if you're gonna want to buy stuff, pack a little bit lighter. If you know you're not, then maybe you can pack a little heavier. Explore. This is a time in your life to travel and to try new things. You do not, once again, as I said, do it afraid. If you're scared of solo travel, girl, just go ahead. It is so enlightening. It's so liberating. While I was on the solo trip, I had an audition, and I had to send it in virtually because I was not in Arizona, and I did it. I didn't even think I was gonna get it, because I'm like, you know what? I'm all the way across the country. This solo trip kind of messed up my audition opportunity. Ouch. But it didn't. I got a call back. So I'm like, it won't necessarily stop you from anything. You know, it just opens up your eyes and your mind. So you guys, if you're looking to solo travel, if it's anything, I know these videos in the series is kind of all over the place, but let me know if you have any specific questions about solo travel so that I can try to help you guys out. I have so many things in this little brain of mine that constantly wants to help and constantly have information. So help me put this on the video for you so I can help you. Like, let me know. Comment in the comment section below and let me know, what are some questions that you have about solo travel? What are you scared of? Have you solo traveled before? What was your experience like? Let's talk. Let's chat. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.